Picking a tactical knife sounds easy at first until you start comparing options, and it quickly turns into confusion, as every knife claims to be built for combat use, and they all carry that same aggressive look. But looks don't matter when things get serious. It comes down to strength, durability, and how well it holds up under pressure. But only a few knives truly deliver. So instead of trusting marketing, we focused on solid construction, reliable materials, and real-world performance. And in this video, we'll show you the 25 incredible military tactical knives that redefine survival and self-defense. Updated price and purchase links are down in the description below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and let's begin. When you need one knife that can move from survival work to hard field use without feeling overbuilt, the Cold Steel Republic Bushcraft really stands out. What makes this one special is how it blends military-grade toughness with practical bushcraft usability. It comes with a 5-inch drop-point blade made from CPMS 35VN steel, paired with a 3.9mm thick full-tang construction, and that combination shows its real strength. Plus, the drop-point shape gives a strong tip for controlled piercing and precision cuts, while still keeping enough belly for slicing rope, food prep, wood shaving, or even game processing. That thicker blade spine also makes it reliable for tougher tactical jobs like batoning small wood, controlled prying, or hard utility cuts in military field situations. And it has a natural micarta handle that keeps its grip even when wet, muddy, or used with gloves, which is extremely important for tactical carry and survival conditions. It also includes a leather sheath, so belt carry feels secure and easy. Most people like how comfortable it feels during long use, though some mention it's slightly heavier and premium priced. Still, this gear is excellent for military-style field carry, bushcraft, self-defense, and hunting. Moving from bushcraft to something that feels more battle-ready, the Tops Black Star is built for serious tactical work. What makes this one stand out is its simple design that has actually been made for combat use. It comes with a 5.5-inch fixed blade, made from 1095 high-carbon steel, which is known for being very tough and easy to sharpen in the field. It has that 4.63 inches cutting edge, and the blade is long enough for strong cutting, defensive use, and outdoor jobs like slicing rope, cutting branches, or preparing kindling. Since it's a fixed blade, it also feels stronger than folding knives because there are no moving parts. That's exactly why it suits military-style carry, patrol use, and survival kits. The black linen micarta handle gives you a rough, grippy feel that stays secure. It also comes with a black ballistic nylon sheath with molly backing, which makes it easy to attach to a vest, backpack, or belt. But yeah, that 1095 steel needs a bit of care to avoid rust. Still, this knife is excellent for tactical carry, outdoor survival, and heavy everyday field work. Now, if you want something that feels more modern and purpose-built for tactical carry, then check out this Sog Pentagon FX Elite. This knife uses a 5.75-inch dagger-style blade made from CPMS 35VN steel, which is a premium steel that stays sharp for a long time and also resists rust much better than many standard blades, which means less sharpening and less worry in rough weather. The dagger shape is what makes it feel more tactical, and its sharp point is excellent for piercing and controlled defensive use while still being useful for normal tasks like cutting rope, slicing cardboard, or campsite prep. The 0.19-inch blade thickness gives it a good balance, which is strong enough for hard use, but not too thick to feel bulky. The micarta handle is made for grip and durability, so it feels secure in hand even during fast movement. It also comes with a glass-reinforced Kydex sheath, making it practical for belt or gear carry. But that sheath may feel tight at first. But overall, for tactical carry, self-defense setups, hiking, and even normal outdoor use where you need a dependable fixed blade, this knife can be a practical choice. If you want a knife that feels built for serious hard use, the Medford STA Sniper really gives that heavy-duty tactical feel. It comes with a solid 5-inch CPM 3V blade, and that steel is known for being incredibly tough, so it stays sharp for a long time and can handle hard use without easily chipping or breaking. Because it uses a full tang build, where the steel runs all the way through the handle, the whole knife feels extremely strong and dependable in hand, which is exactly what you want in demanding situations. On top of that, the tumbled finish helps cut down glare and reflections, and that makes it more practical for tactical use or even outdoor field work. The flat grind and 4-inch cutting edge give it strong cutting performance, so whether it's heavy slicing, utility work, or more precise tasks, it feels capable. Moving to the handle, the G10 scales offer a firm and secure grip, and it also comes with a molded Kydex sheath. Well, some users mention that it feels a bit heavy compared to slimmer knives, but that weight also adds confidence during tough jobs. Overall, this USA-made knife is clearly designed for people who need something rugged, reliable, and ready for hard use without compromise. Next, we've got the Tops Baja 4.5 Reserve Edition. When Tops expanded into bushcraft knives, the classic black-coated blade with tan micarta handles quickly became one of their most timeless designs, and this Baja Reserve Edition proudly carries that same iconic look. It comes with a 4.88 inches fixed blade made from 1095 high-carbon steel. So, it's built to be tough and easy to sharpen, which is useful if you're out camping, hiking, or in a survival situation. The blade is 0.16 inch thick, so it feels strong enough for hard-cutting tasks like splitting small wood, cutting rope, or preparing camp materials, but it still slices smoothly. The blade shape makes it easy to control, which helps in both tactical situations and simple everyday tasks like food prep or general outdoor cutting. The tan canvas micarta handle gives a nice grippy feel, so it stays comfortable enough. It also comes with a brown leather sheath, which makes the belt carry very practical. A nice extra touch is the bow drill divot in the handle, which helps with fire starting and survival use. Overall, it's really useful for survival, bushcraft, and tactical carry. When you train hard but still need a knife that works just as well in the woods, here, the Tops Cut 4.0 was built to fix that problem. Designed by Joshua Swanigan, this combat utility tool blends the control of a karambit with the practicality of a field knife. The ring and curved handle give you strong retention in defensive situations. Even under stress, it stays locked in your hand. At the same time, the traditional drop point blade makes it far more useful for real outdoor tasks like carving, drilling, and general camp work. The aggressive tip is designed for serious penetration, pushing through heavy clothing and even tougher materials when needed. The 4.25-inch blade is made from 1095 steel with a hardness rating of 56 to 58, finished in black traction coating for durability. The tan canvas micarta handle with dragonfly tread adds grip in wet or rough conditions. Weighing 6.3 ounces, it feels solid without being bulky. For military personnel, martial artists, or civilians wanting one knife that can handle both combat and fieldcraft, the Cut 4 delivers that rare balance. If you're looking for a budget-friendly knife, so check out this Doubletap D2 Recoil Lock V2 from CJRB, which focuses on fast deployment and solid lockup. Built with a 3.86-inch drop point blade, this knife uses D2 steel hardened to 59 to 61. That means strong edge retention and resistance to wear during hard use. The black PVD coating adds extra durability while keeping a low-profile tactical look. The flat grind helps with slicing tasks, whether you're cutting cordage, prepping gear, or handling emergency situations. One of its biggest strengths is the Recoil Lock V2 system combined with ceramic ball bearings. The action feels quick and smooth, which is critical in high-stress scenarios. The G10 handle provides a dependable grip, and at 8.5 ounces, it has a solid, confidence-inspiring feel. With an overall length of 9.1 inches and a very affordable price around $69.99, it offers serious performance without a premium price tag. So, for someone who wants reliability in survival or defensive situations but also needs everyday practicality, the Doubletap stands out as a tough and accessible option. Sometimes the biggest issue with tactical folders isn't the blade, it's the carry. So check out the Neeve knife Misdemeanor, which addresses performance seriously and stepped up to fix it. This knife was built with real feedback in mind. It's designed to be a hard-use folding knife that you can rely on for defensive carry or demanding daily tasks. The updated clips being produced are smoother in and out of the pocket, solving that initial tightness issue and making deployment faster and cleaner. That kind of transparency matters. The blade sits right in that sweet spot and compact enough for daily carry, but still long enough for defensive use. It's made from K390 tool steel, which is known for extreme edge retention and toughness. And the hollow grind helps it slice clean and smooth, whether you're cutting cord, fabric, or tougher materials in a survival situation. The titanium handle, often with textured or jigged patterns, gives you strength without excess weight. The frame lock is also titanium, providing solid lockup under pressure. With finish options like belt satin or black DLC, it keeps a clean tactical look. So, we can say the Misdemeanor is clearly built for users who actually carry their knives daily and demand function over hype. Now, if you need a blade that feels ready for anything from serious defensive tasks to rugged field use, then check out the Felony stop from Tops Knives, which was made to balance that edge-ready aggression with smooth control. Designed by Lassie Sabo, with real Marine Corps and law enforcement experience. The blade's 3.5 inches of 1095 steel gives you a strong, sharp edge that slices and thrusts with confidence, and with the tactical gray finish, it resists wear and blends into low-profile gear. At 7.19 inches overall, it's big enough to handle tough cutting tasks, but still compact enough for quick draws from a multi-position sheath. The simple drop-point blade profile works great for self-defense, clearing lines, prepping wood, or breaking down gear in a survival scenario. The handle's black linen micarta material gives you a grippy feel, and the included Kydex sheath with a spring steel clip lets you carry it in different positions. For military, law enforcement, or anyone who wants a dependable tactical tool that can shift from serious defense to everyday survival work, the Felony stop delivers solid performance and reliability you can count on. When you already trust a knife to perform, the last thing you want is a build that doesn't feel solid in your hand. That's exactly the gap the Medford Smooth Criminal Auto fills. It takes Medford's reputation for rugged knives and adds an automatic mechanism that's smooth, quick, and reliable when you need it most. The Smooth Criminal Auto isn't oversized, and that's part of its charm for everyday tactical carry. With a 3-inch blade built from premium CPMS 35VN steel, it's sharp and tough enough for survival chores and defensive use, but compact enough to carry comfortably every day. The automatic button lock deploys the blade with a press, so you're not fumbling with tabs or flipping. That's actually a huge advantage when seconds matter. The overall length sits around 7 inches, and at about 5 ounces, it feels balanced in the pocket or clipped to your kit. The aluminum chassis is hard anodized to resist wear, and Medford gives you options for finishes and hardware colors so you can tune it to your style. So, if you want something that's ready to perform right out of the box, this knife is a surprisingly smooth and dependable choice. Next, have a look at the Tekto A5 Spry. This is Tekto's most tactical knife built for speed, precision, and reliability in any survival or self-defense situation. Its high-end S35VN steel blade, coated with titanium, gives it a hardness of 60 to 62, which means it slices, pierces, and holds up under serious pressure without chipping. The A5 Spry is lightweight and compact, making it easy to carry without slowing you down. Its precision-contoured handle is crafted from 606 1T6 aluminum, and the iron grip texture ensures it stays secure in hand, even when wet or sweaty. A contoured push button deploys the automatic blade instantly, giving you that split-second advantage when it matters most. You can pick from 4 tactical blade styles: dagger, serrated dagger, drop point, or tanto, so you have the right tool for the task. At 3.5 inches long and weighing just 3.49 ounces, it's easy to handle, fast, and deadly precise. While the automatic action can take a little getting used to, Once you do, the A5 Spry is pure tactical efficiency, equally suited for military operators, first responders, or anyone who wants a compact survival edge they can trust on survival situation. If you love those knives that have legendary history but with modern reliability, you can check out these Sog Bowie series knives. Inspired by the Vietnam-era Recon Bowie used by elite U.S. Special Forces, it keeps the classic profile. The original Sog Bowie, often called the S1, used AUS-8 stainless steel with a 7.5-inch blade with a stacked leather handle, blending classic looks with real functionality. The Bowie 2.0 keeps that same spirit but upgrades it for modern field use. It uses AUS-8 steel with a hard-cased black TINI coating, improving abrasion resistance and corrosion protection. The blade length stays around 6.4 inches, with an overall length close to 11 inches, weighing roughly 11.2 ounces, placing it in the mid to large fixed blade category, big enough to handle survival or tactical tasks without being unwieldy. The clip point design is excellent for precision cutting, piercing, and general fieldwork, while the leather sheath keeps it ready and accessible. Compared to the original Bowie, the second version feels sharper and more refined, with modern tuning that balances the retro aesthetic with practical, real-world performance. The next one is rugged and built for a precision knife, so we're talking about the Tops C.A.T S series. So, the 200S04 version starts with a hunter's point blade in Coyote Tan, made from 1095 steel hardened to 56 to 58 Rockwell. The micarta handle has a Rocky Mountain bullseye pattern that locks in your grip. Its slim 3.25-inch cutting edge and 0.160-inch blade thickness make it precise for both survival tasks and defensive strikes. Moving to the 203T02 model, it switches to a Tanto point blade in black traction finish. This one uses red and black G10 for the handle, keeping the Rocky Mountain bull's eye texture for secure handling. It has the same blade length and thickness, but delivers a sharper tip for piercing and tactical situations. And the CAT202 keeps the Tanto point and black traction steel, but adds a skeletonized handle, which drops the weight to just 4.2 ounces. With the sheath included, it comes in at 6.3 ounces overall, making it a lightweight option. Each model keeps a consistent overall length of 7.25 inches and a 3.25-inch blade, giving you control and balance for quick, decisive cuts. Altogether, the C.A.T SE series balances hardness, precision, and grip. Now, if the reliability matters more than anything else, then you must check out the Smith & Wesson Hostage Rescue Team 9B. This is a fixed-blade tactical knife designed around strength, control, and intimidation-free function. It uses a full-tang construction, which means the blade runs through the entire handle, giving it better durability. The blade is 4.75 inches long, made from 7CR17MOV, high-carbon stainless steel, and finished in black oxide to cut glare and slow corrosion. The dual-edged spear point blade with blood grooves leans heavily into tactical design. That shape favors thrusting, penetration, and controlled defensive movements, which is why spear points are common in military and response tools. With an overall length of 9 inches, it gives enough reach without feeling oversized or clumsy. The handle is wrapped in TPE, also known as thermoplastic elastomer, which feels secure in the hand. A lanyard hole adds retention options, and it comes with a black leather belt or boot sheath for stable carry. One thing to note is legality. This knife is restricted in some states, so make sure you check the local laws before buying this knife. For those who can carry it, this knife offers a defensive-focused tactical blade trusted by professionals. The next knife brings refinement and modern tactical control, the Hogue X5 series. Designed by Alan Elishewitz, these X5 series are built for fast response and everyday tactical carry. The flipper allows rapid, one-handed deployment. This model uses a spear point blade with a flat grind and stonewash finish, keeping reflections low and wear less visible. It weighs 4.36 ounces, which feels balanced without being heavy. And this one switches to a Wharncliffe blade with a black finish and comes in slightly heavier at 4.62 ounces. That blade shape favors control and straight cuts, especially in tight spaces. Both use aluminum handles and include Hogue's sliding safety, which adds confidence. And both models share a 3.50-inch blade made from CPM 154 steel, with a blade thickness of 0.15 inches. Even though this is an older design, but it has proven itself as a reliable knife over time. Even by today's standards, the build quality still holds up well, and the action feels smooth and controlled. One thing that really stands out is the out-of-the-box sharpness. That kind of sharpness makes it practical for both everyday cutting and tactical use. Now, some may prefer a knife that looks classic but can survive modern tough use. Then, the Topps Modern Gladius hits the mark. This one was designed with the team at Smoky Mountain Knife Works, and it's clearly built to be tough. The blade is 6.5 inches long and made from 1095 carbon steel, with a Rockwell hardness of 56 to 58, which means it can take hard use, deal with heavy cutting pressure, and still avoid snapping or chipping easily. Plus, the double-edged Tanto-style blade is what really sets it apart. You get two identical cutting edges, which is useful when you need control from different angles. And the blade thickness, at 0.19 inches, gives it serious strength, especially when batoning wood for kindling or basic shelter tasks. The tan canvas micarta handle feels secure in the hand. Even when wet or sweaty, it keeps its grip, and the slight taper toward the guard helps your hand stay locked in during harder cuts. At 8.3 ounces, it feels balanced and not overly tiring. Its fully extended tang adds durability, and the black traction coating cuts glare and helps with corrosion. You also get a Kydex sheath with a dangler for easy access. Overall, this Gladius survives tactical situations through pure brute force and cutting power. This one feels like it came straight out of military history, so we're talking about the Special Ops M9 from Smith & Wesson. And if your missions need a knife that doubles as a rugged utility tool, this one fits perfectly. It was originally designed as a bayonet for rifles, but over time it became a well-known survival and utility knife. The blade measures 7.8 inches and is made from 420J2 stainless steel. This steel choice makes sense for field use because it resists rust and doesn't demand constant maintenance, even if it doesn't hold an edge as long as carbon steel. One of the standout features is the notched spine and the deep grooves on both sides of the blade. These grooves help reduce weight while also strengthening the blade so it doesn't flex too much under pressure. Along the spine, you also get saw teeth, which come in handy for cutting rope, small branches, or rough materials. The thermoplastic rubber handle is textured and easy to hold, and with an overall length of 12.8 inches and a large guard, it feels controlled in hand. Plus, the sheath is packed with extras, including a storage pouch, a sharpening stone, and multiple carry options. In a tactical situation, the M9 functions as a robust secondary weapon with serious cutting capability, though it's better suited for utility and camp tasks. When speed is the one thing you need, then have a look at the Sog Pentagon OTF. If fast deployment is what matters most to you, this Pentagon OTF is built exactly for that. The blade is 3.79 inches long and made from CPMS 35VN stainless steel, which is widely known for its balance of strength, edge retention, and corrosion resistance. Plus, its double-edged dagger-style blade gives you cutting ability from multiple angles, and the lockup is solid with no noticeable blade play. Everything feels tight and secure when it's deployed. The handle is made from aluminum with a hard coat anodized finish that meets military specifications, so it feels tough and durable. Textured jimping helps keep your grip stable, and the thumb slide requires deliberate pressure, which reduces the chance of accidental deployment in your pocket. A tip-down pocket clip makes it easy to carry day to day, and the design works well for both left and right-handed users. It's also made in the United States, which many professionals appreciate. The biggest downside is the price, sitting around $350. Still, its quick action and strong lockup are what make it worth buying. For those who want quick performance, the Atomic Bear Swat is the next step after the Pentagon OTF. This knife is all about usable performance at a budget-friendly price. The blade is made from 420 stainless steel, which is easy to maintain and resists rust well, especially if you're carrying it daily. It uses a liner lock system, so once the blade is open, it stays safely in place during cutting. The G10 handle, reinforced with glass-filled nylon, keeps the knife lightweight but still tough, and it feels secure without being bulky. Also, its blade shape is very practical, working well for slicing, piercing, and even light sawing tasks. One thing that helps a lot with control is the serrated thumb rest, which gives your thumb a solid place to press when you need precision. Thumb studs make one-handed opening quick and easy, which matters when you're using it as an everyday carry blade. The belt clip sits high in the pocket, so it carries comfortably without sticking out too much. The main downside is the softer steel. It sharpens easily, but you'll need to touch it up more often than premium blades. Overall, this knife works great as a lightweight backup or primary everyday carry option when you want capability without extra weight. When folding knives just won't cut it and you need something more robust, the Kershaw Atreides picks up from the Swat with serious presence. This knife is built for people who want one tool that can handle tactical use, outdoor work, and campsite tasks without feeling fragile. The blade is 5.7 inches long and made from 65 MN steel, finished with a black powder coat that helps with durability and wear resistance. The Tanto blade shape gives it a strong tip and makes it effective for harder cutting and chopping jobs. With a blade thickness of 0.18 inches and a saber grind, it feels sturdy. Plus, the jimping along the spine adds extra control for more detailed cuts. The handle is also 5.7 inches long and has a rubber overmold, which gives it a secure, comfortable grip. Interestingly, the handle can be removed, revealing a skeletonized frame that keeps the knife balanced. It weighs a bit over 8 ounces, so it feels solid without being overly heavy. The sheath offers molded retention, reversible carry for left or right-handed users. Though it's manufactured in China, quality control is handled in the United States, and it shows as it fits well as a crossover knife for camping, tactical, and bushcraft use. When you're struggling with thick rope, stubborn webbing, or tough synthetic materials, the CRKT M1614SF steps in to make cutting effortless. And it feels purpose-built for those moments when hesitation is not an option. Designed by Kit Carson, this knife relies heavily on its triple-point serrations, which are made to chew into fibrous materials that a plain edge would struggle to grab. Instead of forcing the cut, the blade naturally pulls itself through tough material with far less effort. The overall feel of the knife lines up well with the kind of cutting tasks soldiers often deal with during patrols or fast-moving operations, where you want a clean cut without fighting the blade or resetting your grip. The automated liner safety adds confidence here, keeping the lock engaged even if your hand position shifts or you are wearing gloves and dealing with sweat. The AUS-8 steel blade, finished with titanium nitride, holds up well in field conditions and resists wear from the elements while staying smooth through repeated cuts. Even though the knife stretches past 9 inches overall, the aluminum handle keeps the weight down, so it rides comfortably in the pocket day after day without feeling flimsy. It is not meant for prying or abusive tasks, but for slicing, cutting, and quick deployment under pressure. The M16-14SF does its job and fits naturally into a tactical setup. When you need something that refuses to fold or fail, the Cold Steel Leatherneck-SF comes in as a rock-solid option. This knife is built for situations where reliability matters more than convenience, and where you want a blade that feels solid no matter how rough the environment becomes. The hand-honed, saber-ground clip-point blade is made from German D2 steel, giving it the toughness needed for demanding military-style tasks, whether that is field prep or emergency prying when there are no better options. Its non-reflective black powder coat helps keep glare to a minimum, which is useful when shine is something you would rather avoid altogether. One of the standout features is the double quillon guard, which does a great job of keeping your hand locked in place. The deeply checkered Griv X handle wraps securely around the full tang, offering solid control even under stress. At the rear, the machined steel butt cap adds real utility, working as a hammering surface instead of just being decorative. With nearly 12 inches of overall length and a 6 3/4-inch blade, it feels like a true combat knife rather than a casual utility tool. Paired with its Secure X sheath, and when needed, it carries steadily and stays ready. When a large fixed blade feels like overkill, scaling down without losing strength is where the ZT-0357 Blackwash shines. And there are times when you want to scale back to something more compact without giving up toughness or reliability. That shift is where this knife Blackwash offers a hard-working folder that feels ready for everyday tactical use while staying easy to carry. It strikes a balance between size and strength. The 3 1/4-inch S45VN blade gives you enough edge for serious work without making the knife bulky or awkward in the pocket. The steel choice is a big part of why this knife earns respect, as it holds an edge through extended cutting sessions involving cardboard, rope, or fabric, while also resisting corrosion in wet conditions. The Blackwash finish plays a quiet role too, helping small scratches blend in, so the knife keeps its worn-in look instead of showing every mark. The assisted opening system is quick and consistent, and the flipper remains easy to use even when gloves are involved. The liner lock feels solid overall, though like many liner locks, it can be a bit tight when new and smooths out with use. The G10 handles provide reliable grip without being overly aggressive, which helps during longer cutting sessions. Weighing just over 4 ounces, it carries comfortably whether clipped to gear or riding in a pocket. Now, when even a tough folder won't cut it, the Stroup Knives TU2 is ready for the heavy stuff. This one feels like a tool you grab when things are about to get demanding and unpredictable. Handmade in North Carolina, the TU2 uses 1095 high-carbon steel, a practical choice for a tactical survival-style knife. This steel sharpens easily in the field and delivers a strong bite during cutting, though it does require attention to rust when working in wet or salty environments. The 4-inch blade measures 0.18 inches thick, giving it a confident, sturdy feel during use. With an overall length of 8.5 inches, it offers solid leverage while remaining easy to control. Its handle runs long with a slimmer profile, which works especially well for larger hands by providing full control without feeling cramped. A finger hook near the handle adds speed during deployment, making it easy to pull free from the Kydex sheath in fast or messy situations. Combined with the Blade Tech lock belt clip, carrying the knife stays simple and secure. It leans more toward rough utility than fine slicing, which is exactly why in chaotic environments, it performs really well. When you want a budget-friendly tactical option that still pulls its weight, the Smith & Wesson Extreme Ops fits the bill. And it looks tactical at first glance and delivers enough function for everyday tasks. Talking about its blade, the 3.1-inch clip point is made from 7CR 17MOV high-carbon stainless steel and comes partially serrated, giving you both clean slicing and extra bite for straps or webbing. A black oxide finish keeps the appearance low-key, which helps in situations where reflection is not ideal. The aluminum handle keeps overall weight down, making the knife easy to carry without feeling like a burden over time. The opening system is where the experience becomes mixed. While having both a flipper and thumb studs sounds useful, real-world use can feel a bit awkward, especially with cold or wet hands. Some users note that it does not always open quickly or lock up confidently. Still, once open, the liner lock holds reasonably well for lighter tasks, and the built-in strap cutter adds extra utility. It is not meant for hard-duty use, but for basic cutting, cord slicing, and backup carry, it serves a small but practical role. So, that was our video on the 25 incredible military tactical knives that redefine survival and self-defense. Let us know your favorite pick in the comments section, as we'd love to hear from you. And, as for everything else, don't forget to like, comment, and share. And hit the bell icon if you want more content like this on your feed.